What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Sabri, and what you guys are about to watch is Tasktix, a real productivity app for my Capstone team and I, which are building today. This video was originally meant for stakeholders, but honestly it's the clearest way to explain why we're actually trying to build and why. Like most people, I've tried a lot of productivity apps, and they usually fall into two categories. Either one, they're way too simple to be useful, or two, so overwhelming that you stop using them after a week. So Tastics is our attempt to fix that. The goal is to make planning and task tracking feel more human, more flexible, and less stressful, especially for students and busy people juggling a lot at once. In this video, you'll see the core idea behind the app and what makes it different from the tools that already exist. And I generally want your feedback, guys, not the polite kind, because I know you guys have some crazy opinions and stuff. I'm down to listen to them. So while you're watching, I want you to think about this. What would make you stick with a productivity app? And two, what's missing from the one you use right now? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. This project is still evolving, and I promise to keep you guys updated. And I want to build something that people actually care about. So here's Tasktix.
Greetings, and welcome to our first presentation for Tasktix, a free task tracking tool for power users. In this presentation, our team members will introduce you to the purpose of this application and provide a live demo showcasing its current functionality. We will also briefly touch on some of the project limitations and what features we are looking to implement in the future. So, let's get started. The purpose of Tasktix is to provide an application to manage and catalog tasks in your everyday life. Whether you are a student, employee, developer, or just a busy person in general, Tasktix aims to increase your productivity and time management by giving you the ability to create, catalog, and structure your tasks in an online application. Tasktix is not alone in this arena. There are many other task tracking applications on the market, like some of those that are listed here. Tasktix aims to differentiate itself by being designed to take the best of these applications and provide them to you in a single, open source application. Some of the features that we hope to include in Tasktix include advanced filtering capabilities, allowing you to filter your task based on advanced queries. Also, customization, allowing you to change the colors and views of how you view your tasks. It's also important for us that we keep Tasktix as an open source application, so that way more functionality and code can be added to it in the future. And finally, one of the features we hope to implement is integration with websites that are important to you, such as GitHub, Canvas, and maybe down the line, Google Calendar. Now, the best part is Tasktix is completely free. It is very important to our team that Tasktix remains free open source software that can evolve as your needs change. Now, let's take a look at how this application works. Here to give you a demo of Tasktix, showcasing the login and the opening page, is Sabri.
Thank you for giving it to me, Andrew. We're going to now be moving on to the home page. Your first impression of Tasktix is the home page. It's designed to clearly communicate the value of our product. It's also visually consistent with light mode and dark mode, so it's more approachable. Depending on your preference, if you like the dark mode or the light mode, it supports both features. So when you land on the home page, you will immediately see our 5 core features, and that is time tracking as the first feature. And then we have tag system, and then priority system, and then our filtering feature and our manual sorting feature. As you scroll through the home page, this will be the first thing you will see, and then you'll move on to creating an account. So if we click on the sign on option, you will go and create an account. If you have never used Tasktix before, you will write down a username, an email, and a password. Once you use those, you will be signed into Tasktix right away, and in there you will have a list of items that you want to create tasks that you want to do. So a list is like a subject. For example, if you are doing a biology class, then you can name the list biology and create the list. Inside of the biology list, you will have all the tasks that you want to do. So if you have readings you want to do, or homework that you want to remember to do, you can also time yourself on it. So as you add those sections, you get a menu bar that will let you add the time that you expect it to be and the priority that you have it, which will all be in the homepage features that we discussed earlier. So thank you, and I'll now pass it on to our next presenter.
Thanks, Sabri. And as he mentioned, you can create a task within the task section with this green box. Here you can add a name. Let's just say example task, add a due date, and with the due date, it creates a drop down of a calendar. I'll just make it the 10th. You can set the priority level if it's a high important task, or if it's a not very important task. I'll just click high. Time is the time you expect it to take. I'll just say 30 minutes or so, and I'll click confirm. And here you can see all the information is listed out. You can change the tag and add, you can change priority, add tags. If you press start, you can't see it elapse right now, but it'll increment in minutes. So after a minute has passed, it will show your progress. And yeah, that's it for the tasks for now, and I'll be covering the new profile page. And as you might have noticed, my page is different from the one Sabri presented earlier. This is a profile icon instead. I'm working on a different branch than Sabri, so my changes haven't been pushed to main yet, but they will be in the future. But back to the actual feature, instead of a logout button, there's a profile icon, which provides a drop-down that lets you access your profile or log out. I'll log out for now to show the full process. As you can see, I can log in with the username 12345. This password, I'll log in. And then if I go to my profile page, it shows my username and email that I used to sign in. And I can change either of these fields. I can change this to 123. And it'll log that in the database and change my user information. I can also change my email to something like this, like add an am, and it'll log those changes too. And once I log out and sign back in, I'll use the new login information when I need to log in now. And it'll successfully log me in. And if I go to profile, it saves those changes that I made previously. And now I'll go on to Nate, who will talk more about item customization and filtering.
All right, thanks, Lily. So I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate a couple other features we've got. So first of all, if you go into list settings, you can come over to the members tab here and add other members to your list. So for example, I can add this member, send them an invite, and by default, they'll come in with no permissions. I want them to be able to complete tasks, but not do anything else, so that they don't, start deleting stuff that they don't want to do or anything. So we'll give them that permission. And they're supposed to complete this example task, so I'll go ahead and assign them to that, like so. And I'll sign out and sign back in as that user. One moment. And you can see over here, I'm logging in for here, and all of the tasks that are assigned to me are already visible from the homepage. And if I give this a reload, you can see everything pops up here. I've been assigned to this task. I cannot unassign myself. because I was not given permission to change assignments. I also can't change any of the other information about the list. I can't create new items if I try to do so. It'll tell me my permissions are insufficient. And if I try and delete this list item I don't want to do, it will once again tell me I don't have permissions to do that. So I can still start time tracking on it, start doing my work, and when I finish, mark it as complete. That is permission that's still retained by this user. And then another key feature of Tasktix right now is our filtering system. If you come up here, you can see all the different options to filter on. Any data that Tasktix tracks can be used as a filter. So, for example, I might want to find everything that was due before today. So if I put that in, you can see this task that I did last week. Or actually, it's been completed today. But by marking it as no longer done, you can see the due date was sometime in the past. So it's picked up by that filter. You can also filter by tags. If I want to find everything that's required, I can filter by tag required, and so on and so forth.
So some limitations to the current state of Tasktix, like any new platform, migrating to our task tracking app would require you to manually update and create all new settings, new lists, new everything in our app, which is a not insignificant hassle. That is actually the goal of several of our future features to work on to improve that. Also, we don't have any support for live synchronization between multiple users editing a single list. That's one of the next things in our feature pipeline, but does require a user to refresh to see anything that another user had put into their list. And then additionally, some of what our initial planning stage helped identify that full Canvas integration is not really feasible within the Capstone timeframe due to some security implications that the Oregon State Capstone or Oregon State Canvas administrators would have to go through for our project. It doesn't stop Canvas integration entirely, but it does certainly limit our functionality there. And additionally, it's rather resource intensive in the development environment, so which can be really slow to build on some laptops. But we plan to use some of the winter break time to set up Visual Studio dev containers to support cloud environments to speed up that dev process for all of us. And then some future plans supporting more views of tasks, specifically Kanban boards to allow users to work however they need to. Integrations with GitHub projects and Canvas to meet people where they need it, where they are, so that migration to Tasktix isn't so involved. Importing and exporting your task lists to some static format like a CSV to allow users to more quickly move between maybe a different organization. And then also improving our filter queries to support arbitrary nesting. So after one term of Tasktix, we're pretty happy with how we've gone. We've inherited our some code that was one of our members' side projects and been greatly improving the documentation, testing, and refactoring to better support larger scale development. And we've set ourselves up well for the next winter term.